I'm going to do two simple things. First of all, I'm going to explain why it's not going to be solved under their side, and then I'm going to go into how we actually help women overall. Before all of that, a couple of external rebuttals which we believe could be important, but I think the biggest problem with the case is to tell us things such as, but look, they will have these special programs, but will make the message that women need something special. Consider that right now they do not have those things. They do not succeed well enough in the university, and in many cases they are afraid of even trying to go there. What we suggest is even if there is some kind of a bad message, at least they go to university, right? Men will be angry. Men will always find reasons to be mad at men and women. From the age of 0, they get better education. People believe in them more and push them more to do better. They have so many better role models. All of those things are unfair advantages they have since they are born. It's sure, maybe we give some kind of empowerment to women, but we think it's only going to make things better for them and give them something which will improve their life, right? And it's important because it's exactly dealing with most of the things they're telling us. The women will. The women will know that they will be able to get in even if they have not a good enough of a grade. First of all, shame, we think women have enough education and know well enough to try to get into those things, but they are afraid of doing so, and they're being, and they just, I will deal with later with your case. But we think that even if they aren't smart enough at the beginning, we can give them better courses, we can give them more help. We think that what we need to do is to just get them there at the first place and then help them as much as we can to create a better world. So right now, women are just suffering too much, and we obviously want to fix it. So great. So now let's exactly get into all of that. So why is it so hard? Why can't it be solved under your salary, or at least it isn't, or it is unlikely to happen? First of all, just because it's a very manly field. It means a couple of things. First of all, just women could be afraid that they won't be able to meet friends there. Just when they picture for themselves, who am I going to meet? Who am I likely to meet there? And what kind of interaction I'm likely to have? They just could feel that they won't be able to meet friends. They're going to have a bad time. Obviously, this is something we fix and is easy to fix, right? The moment we are able to get some women in there, then we are more likely to, the other women will see, okay, there are people there who I can be friends with, I can have a good time in university. And we also think that, as we told you, there is education against that. And this is another thing that we fix, because this is exactly what ASA tells you. Now that the university wants women together, because then they can save more money or to get subsidies or whatever, they're more likely to spend money to begin with to train women since they are young. Go to middle schools and have some kind of special programs. But tell us all whether then men will be angry, which is the biggest rebuttal we got here. We really don't care. I think if it's going to help women overall, then we think it's always something we want to do. Great. And I think that moreover, this is how we create role models. Another big problem is just these women don't even know this is something they can accomplish. They never saw someone that did it, and if they did, it's very rare that they ever see some women that is actually successful. On the other side, we get more women that actually finish getting a degree. Then they can actually try and get a better job, and they can move on in their life and show other women this is something that can be achieved. We must start this shift in order to get all of those impacts. Okay, great. So this is exactly the things we solve. Before I actually continue, I'd love to hear more from closing. Yeah.
Yes, we think that necessarily universities will lower standards for women, which means that women will succeed less, which means that men around them will see them succeeding less, and overall you won't have the good models you want.
Wait, okay. First of all, we just think they are wrong. We think that even if at the beginning I'm going to have lower standards, I can then from then on have the same test for everyone. If I see the women are struggling for, I don't know, the first couple of months, I can give them a special program to help them. And you know what? Even if it's going to be easier overall, right? And women will get a degree. At least they have this degree now. At least they can do something in their life and move on and get a better overall. So let's exactly get into that and why is it so important to get all of those things, right? And it's also dealing with CO, because this is exactly obviously what it tells us about how it's going to help women and all of that. Okay, so we think that they're going to say something along the line of they're going to even lie to these women because they want them together because they told us in the POI. Right now they are not willing to do so, so what's going to change? We don't think anyone is going to give them false information. Obviously, if a woman gets there, it's going to be so hard that she will drop out or she won't have fun, that she's just likely to leave. We think the university have any incentive in the world to try and help them, try and make them get good grades. But not so much that the degree will be meaningless. People wouldn't want to study university that gives you a degree that is meaningless. They will still want it to have some meaning. They will still want it to be fairly hard, but in a way that is still fitting for women, which we do think are smart enough, but just unlikely to choose to do so today. Great. Before I actually continue, opening, sure.
what you're basically saying is you neglect even the choice of women to choose what they want, because they say it's a lie. No, because it's a place for men and not for women, and now you want women to get into that and push them against their will?
No. We think that the reasons I gave to you as to why women choose not to go to today are exactly reasons that can be dealt with very easily. We don't push them, tell them you must do so. All we are doing is creating a different environment in university where women are more likely to choose to want to study there. We are not going to force anyone to do anything. We just think that there needs to be a reason for them to start going there. This is exactly what we're dealing with. Great. So on the impacts and all that. So first of all, obviously better role models, right? As I told you before, they're going to see women actually successful, and they're more likely to try and do the same. When they go out to university and they're having this hard day and they have this hard test and they feel bad, they can tell themselves, look, I know of these women that did well, that got a great degree, and then they try to study harder, then they try to actually push themselves harder and get better grades. But more of it just helps generally, because I think that even in the household, when the woman is not the one who is making most of the money, then she has less freedom to do what she wants. She is more in the control of the man, which is once again something we want to oppose. We want the women to be able to choose what she wants to buy and when. We don't want her to be dependent on her husband to tell her what she can buy, when, and in many cases, even if he doesn't tell her, I'm going to tell you what to buy, she's just feeling as if she doesn't have the right because she isn't the one earning the money. When she's the one earning the money, then she has more freedom in the house. She can even end bad relationship because she knows she has the money to do so. Today they are stuck and they cannot end a bad relationship because they need the money to continue operating. All of this is changing, right? And we must do the first step. If the main problem they give us is that women will feel that they are not as good and that men are going to feel superior, we just think that even at the worst case it happens, at least we create a better world where women do have a degree and they do manage to get good grades, which we know they can do regardless. For all of those reasons, please support.